Hi guys, welcome back. We just had the new season preview live stream and they revealed a ton of exciting stuff. New optimizations, anti-cheat updates, night mode, weapons, vehicles, game modes, battle pass, Mandelbrick skins, Turbrick weapon charms, console launch info, future plans, and so much more. They only gave us a glimpse of what's coming during the global stream, but trust me, there's a lot more you should know. So in this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know. I bet a lot of people still don't fully understand how the new operator Nox actually works. And did you know you must play night mode on easy difficulty to really experience it properly? And the new commander mode? Yeah, it's not what we had in Battlefield. In fact, it's nowhere close. We're also getting weapon balancing updates, including nerfs to the M250 and M14. Plus, we finally have the ability to ban maps in warfare mode. And that's just the beginning. Stick around till the end, because I've also got a bonus. I'll be revealing nearly 20 seasonal missions coming next season. Without any more teasing, let's jump right into it. Let's kick things off with the new Battle Pass content. This season, we're getting a legendary Nox skin as the Tier 80 reward and a legendary AK-12 skin at Tier 75, both looking absolutely fire. We're also getting two new Mandelbrick skins, this time for the QBZ-95 and the K416. And here's the cool part. You'll be able to pick which weapon you want before opening the brick. I'm guessing this change was made with the upcoming mobile global launch in mind, especially since Delta Force is bringing the first ever Battlefield-style game mode to the mobile platform.
We're not done here.
Did you really think we're just here to play cards? Like I said, I've got an ace in the hole.
Next up, we have a brand new Turbrick weapon charm collection, and here's a quick preview trailer to show them off. And finally, for the first time ever, we're getting a tactical melee skin for the combat axe. It's called Sea Clean, and it looks seriously badass. Delta Force also announced a bunch of major improvements coming next season, starting with a brand new anti-cheat update, the ability to ban maps in warfare mode, audio upgrades, movement optimizations, and more. But let's be real, the most important one here is the anti-cheat system. I seriously hope they've nailed it this time with the new version of the game. Now, speaking of audio improvements, here's a short clip showing how it actually sounds in-game. It's a noticeable upgrade. For movement, things are getting smoother too. You'll now be able to climb over small obstacles more easily without losing momentum, and they've fine-tuned peeking and head glitching. Enemies are now more exposed when peeking or using head glitches, giving you a much better fighting chance in those tight situations. We're also finally getting kill cams on both PC and mobile versions. And here's something wild. They just confirmed that the Chinese version of Delta Force has officially passed 12 million daily active players. Lastly, item purchases are getting some much needed optimizations as well, so expect things to feel a lot more fluid. Before we move on, let's hear a word from today's sponsor. Struggling with high ping, lag spikes, or low FPS in Delta Force? You're not alone. These issues can be the difference between victory and frustration. But what if I told you there's a simple fix? Meet LegoFast, the official game booster for Delta Force. I've been using it for a while, especially when recording content for the Chinese version of the game. Normally I get over 250 milliseconds, but with LegoFast I can cut that down to 90, all with just one click. No more packet loss, no more server lag, just smooth gameplay. But that's not all. Lego Fast boosts your FPS by optimizing your system and even allows you to overclock your GPU while allowing you to switch servers to any region effortlessly. Just pick your preferred server and node, hit boost, and you're set. And if you're struggling with map knowledge, their interactive overlay map shows spawn points, all loot locations, and extractions for all operations maps, including tough ones like Space City and Brackish. Whether you're a seasoned player or just starting out, this feature gives you the upper hand, helping you navigate the battlefield like a pro. Lego Fast isn't just for Delta Force. It works with thousands of PC and console games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Valorant, Apex, Marvel Rivals, Counter-Strike, and many more. So no matter what you play, Lego Fast has you covered. Want to try it for yourself? Grab the free trial using the link in the description or pinned comment and use code DASH for 30% off when you subscribe. Big thanks to Lego Fast for sponsoring today's video. Back to the video, let's take a look at the summer plan for Delta Force. Here's a sneak peek at the new operations map we're getting. There will also be an Extraction 2.0 mode called Jailbreak, and we're getting a brand new boss in the summer update. On top of that, underwater diving and water combat are being introduced, along with a multi-dimensional warfare map featuring land, sea, and air battles. It's called Island Warfare. We're even getting jets too. In my opinion, this will be Delta Force's biggest update of the year. This massive update is expected to arrive in July, and by then, the console version should be launching as well, so the game is going to be an absolute blast. Also, I've got a console update coming later in the video, so make sure to stick around. Next, let's move on to the new operator, Nox. His abilities might seem a bit confusing at first, but don't worry, I'll simplify everything for you. First up is his ultimate ability, called Silent Attack. Using a special gadget, Nox emits sound waves that interfere with nearby enemies while drastically reducing his movement sound range and increasing his movement speed. According to the test server, here are the stats. Enemies can hear you from 15 meters when running or jumping, 10 meters when walking, and just 4.5 meters when slow walking. If you crouch walk, they'll only hear you within 3 meters, and if you slow walk while crouched, you're completely silent until you're just 2 meters away. In addition, recon operators can't pinpoint Nox's location, and Luna's detection arrow becomes completely ineffective while his ultimate is active. However, Hackclaw can still detect Nox's armor and helmet levels, and her signal decoder will only show the location where Nox activated his ability. The only true counter to this is Hackclaw's data knife, which can deactivate Nox's ultimate. In Warfare mode, Hackclaw's signal decoder doesn't even detect Nox's last known location once he activates it. The ultimate lasts for 25 seconds and has a cooldown of 150 seconds. Next up is Nox's first tactical ability, a rotating blade cruiser. It works as a tracking device that locks onto and follows enemies when thrown, eventually exploding on impact. It deals damage, slows the enemy, and applies a disability effect. The device can track enemies up to 30 meters away. If it doesn't detect anyone, it drops to the ground, but if it does find a target, it continues following them and you'll be notified that someone has been locked on. Enemies can destroy it, but if they're too close, it will still explode and deal damage. Originally, the maximum impact damage was 50 HP, with the disability effect causing an additional 10 HP loss over 3 seconds, which will reduce your HP down to 20, even if you wear a red armor, and it causes a slowing effect, reducing the movement speed by 30%. However, after a recent update, the impact damage was reduced to 40 HP, and the disability effect duration shortened to 2 seconds. You can only carry one of these at a time with a cooldown of 50 seconds. Keep in mind, if it explodes near you, you'll take damage, but the disability effect doesn't apply to you. Nox's second tactical ability is a flashbang that detonates on impact, blinding anyone facing it. And yes, it can blind you too if thrown too close. When affected, your screen blacks out and your hearing is impaired. The initial flash lasts 1 second, followed by 2 more seconds of full blackout. It's tricky to use in tight spaces or indoors since it can blind both you and your enemy, so it's best to use it from cover. Turning away from it doesn't always work, so timing and positioning are key. His passive ability inflicts a 6-second severe injury debuff when he hits you. This slows down medical item usage by 30%, increases the time needed to revive teammates by 25%, and in warfare mode, it slows down your health regeneration. Keep in mind, all of this is still subject to change as testing is ongoing on the test server. Now let's talk about Night Mode. I've covered it in previous videos, so I'll go over it briefly here. It's available on the Zero Dam map in 3 difficulty levels: Easy, Normal, and Hard. Easy mode has no gear value limit, but normal mode's gear value cap has been raised by 75,000, which is now identical to the Space City and Brackish normal raid values. For hard mode, your gear value must be 550,000, and there's an 80,000 entry fee. What makes this mode interesting is that there are only 3 extraction methods. The first is bagless extraction, which only one player can use, making it a solo-only option in team play. The second is elevator extraction, which requires you to activate levers in both admin and substations. This method can be used unlimited times, but it has a 5-minute wait period instead of 3. Both the bagless and elevator extractions become available 10 minutes after the match starts, so we can expect absolute chaos around the admin area. Each match lasts 30 minutes across all difficulties, even in hard mode. Realistically, only up to 3 teams can use the elevator extraction, though that's pretty unlikely. The final extraction method is paid extraction, which costs 100,000 alloys. You can earn this by completing either the Wallbreaker or Nighthawk missions, but only one will spawn per match. The contract for these missions becomes available 12 minutes into the game, and paid extraction is locked until the 15-minute mark. If you're not familiar with the Nighthawk mission, check out the video linked in the top right corner. When you enter night mode, you'll definitely need one of the 3 night vision helmets. Without one, you can't see much outside. However, you can still see everything clearly inside buildings without one. Even though both helmets are gold quality, there's a big difference between them beyond just durability. The 20 durability version gives you a standard green night vision effect, while the 50 durability one offers significantly better visibility. The red one also provides the same enhanced effect. Currently, the 20 durability version sells for around 100,000, while the 50 durability version goes for about 400,000. Here are the recipes for both, so you can stock up on materials. Now, on to the juicy part. As I mentioned earlier, you must play easy mode to fully experience night mode, and here's why. As you know, easy mode has a gear cap that prevents you from bringing gold items, and the lowest quality night vision helmet available is gold. This means you'll have to play outside in complete darkness. You might think this gives an edge to thermal scope users, but it doesn't, because thermal attachments are also restricted in easy mode. It's actually really interesting, since you can barely see anything in dark areas. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. Next, we're getting a new loot protection system. Your teammates won't be able to loot your kills for 120 seconds unless they got an assist. However, you can still unlock the loot for them manually before the timer ends. And here are all the new loot items coming next season. Keep in mind, prices may vary when the global version launches. We're also getting weapon balancing next season. M250, M14, and SR3M are receiving nerfs, while CI-19, QBZ-95, QJB-201, AUG, AK-12, and SG-552 are getting buffs. I won't go into too much detail in this video, but I do want to address the elephant in the room, since many of you would ask otherwise. It's getting a hipfire nerf and an abdomen damage reduction, with the damage multiplier dropping from 0.9 to 0.7. On the warfare side, we're getting night mode for the trench lines map. It's more like an evening mode. You can still play without night vision. But if you want to use night vision, you'll need 500 points, and the goggles batteries don't last very long. For full gameplay, check out the video linked in the top right corner. We're also getting a Flamethrower for assault operators next season, which can be equipped in your launcher or stim slot. Then there's the new vehicle, the GTQ-35, a mini-tank version of what we already have. It can carry 3 passengers and only costs 9,000 points to call in, unlike the 12,000 needed for the larger tank. I've explained more about it in the video linked above. Now let's take a look at the new weapons. We're getting 3. the K437, a double-barrel shotgun, and a compound bow. You can see all their stats on screen, so I won't go over everything in detail here. The K437 uses a new ammo type, 7.62 by 35mm, which comes in blue, purple, and gold rarities. The bow also gets a new ammo type with the same rarities. As for the shotgun, we're getting Dragon's Breath rounds, which can be used with any shotgun, but don't worry, they're not as overpowered as in Call of Duty. Recon operators will now have access to the K416 and S12K in Warfare, and Luna will be able to use the PTR-32. Engineers will gain access to the AK-12. Commander mode, however, has been delayed until May 31st for the global version. So what about the Chinese version? It's also getting delayed until May 9th. That said, it definitely has some issues that need fixing before a global release. To clarify, this commander mode is nothing like what we had in Battlefield 4. In Delta Force, the commander is just another player on the field. There are no special perks like UAVs, supply drops, cruise missiles, or hacking tools. The only real advantage is being able to voice chat with the entire team. The commander can mark objectives, and if your team captures them, you earn bonus points. The same goes for marking enemy vehicles. You'll also have access to a few extra commands, and that's about it. Before the match starts, high-ranking players can volunteer for the commander role. The first 6 who volunteer are entered into a vote, and whoever gets the most votes becomes commander. We're also getting a mini-game mode similar to Blitz, where you can only use assault operators and choose one primary weapon. Once selected, you won't be able to switch weapons mid-game. And also, the controller support is available in the Chinese test server for Warfare mode, and we were expecting for them to roll out it to everyone in the next season update, but since we didn't receive any official confirmation, it will not arrive with the launch of next season. But they mentioned console version is near completion and asked players to wishlist the game soon once they introduced in Xbox and PlayStation stores. Also, they invited console players to join a dedicated Discord channel soon. They promised to share more information regarding the console updates there. We're also getting Operation Blackout, which appears to be a new PvE mode. However, that mode isn't currently available in the test version. Also, it will not be available on mobile at launch, but will arrive later. Speaking of the mobile version, Delta Force is hosting an event where you can earn a decent amount of rewards just by participating. You'll get even more through daily logins. Whether you're a mobile or PC player, everyone can take part. Finally, here's the bonus I promised. If you visit this website, you can find 18 seasonal missions coming in the next season. The site is run by a Chinese content creator named Key725, and it's packed with useful information. Make sure to use Google Translate as the site is in Chinese. That's everything I've got for you today. Until next time, take care and happy gaming.